lend, length, lengthen, lenify, lace, lesson, lesson, let, lethargize, lethianize, levant, levy, level, lever, leverage, levigate, levitate, levy, lexicalize, liaise, lib, libel, liberalize, liberate, liberate, license, lick, lie, lifen, lift, lig, ligate, ligature, lig, light, lighten, lignify, like, lichen, lil, lilt, limb, limbeck, limber, lime, limit, limb, limp, lin, line, linearize, linger, link, leonize, lib, lipred, lipstick, likeweight, liquefy, liquidate, liquidize, liquefy, liquor, lisp, list, list, listen, literalize, lithe, lithograph, lithotype, litigate, litter, live, lixiviate, load, loaf, loam, loan, loathe, lob, lobby, localize, locate, lock, locomote, lodge, loft, log, loiter, loll, lollub, lollygag, Londonize, long, loo, look, look into, loom, lube, loose, loosen, loot, lob, lobe, lopper, lord, loricate, lose, lot, louden, lounge, lower, louse, lout, love, low, lowball, lower, lube, lubricate, lucubrate, luff, lug, luge, lull, lullaby, lumber, luminate, lumen, luminous, lump, lunch, luncheon, lunge, lurch, lure, lurk, lusk, lust, luster, lustrate, luster, lute, lux, luxate, luxuriate, lynch, lyophilize, macerate, magic, magnetize, magnify, maintain, make clear, malign, malt, man, manacle, manage, maneuver, mangle, manifest, manipulate, mantle, manufacture, manumit, mar, maraude, march, marinate, mark, marry, martyr, marvel, mash, mask, masquerade, massacre, massage, mast, master, mastermind, masticate, match, mate, materialize, matter, mature, maximize, may, mean, measure, mechanize, metal, metal, mediate, mediatize, medicate, medicine, meditate, mead, meat, melt, mellow, melt, memorize, mend, menstruate, mention, mentor, merge, merit, mesh, mesmerize, mess, metal, metamorphosize, meet, mew, miv, might, migrate, militarize, militate, milk, mill, mime, mimic, mince, mind, mine, mineralize, mingle, miniature, minimize, mint, mirror, miscarry, misdirect, misinterpret, misjudge, mislay, mislead, misplace, misrepresent, mistake, misstreat, mistrust, misunderstand, misuse, mitigate, mix, moan, mob, mobilize, mock, model, moderate, modernize, modify, modulate, moisten, mold, molest, mollify, molt, monitor, monkey, monopolize, moo, more, mob, mob, moralize, mortgage, mortify, mortise, motivate, motor, motorize, model, molt, mount, mourn, mouth, move, mug, muddle, muffle, mug, mull, multiply, mumble, mummify, munch, murder, murmur, muscle, muse, musk, muss, must, muster, mute, mutilate, mutiny, mutter, muzzle, mystify, nab, knack, nader, nag, nail, nate, nake, nakin, namastet, name, name check, name drop, name fag, namesake, namespace, namus, namus, nance, nangry, nanny, nanofabricate, nanoimprint, nantal, nap, napalm, nape, naphthalize, napo, nap, nappy, narc, narcissize, narcos, narcoticize, narcotize, narc, narrate, narrativize, narrow, narrowcast, nasalize, nash, nationalize, natter, naturalize, naturize, nauseate, navigate, navi, nay, naysay, Nazifi, Neil, Neeb, Near, Needn, Needify, Nebulize, Necessitate, Necro, Necrobump, Necromance, Necropost, Necropsy, Necrose, Necrotize, Nectar, Nectarize, Need, Needle, Knees, neg, negate, negative, negativize, neglect, negotiate, negrify, negrify, negroize, nay, neighbor, neighbor, nemine, neocolonialize, neologize, neotinas, neoteras, neovascularize, nephrectomize, nerdify, nerve, nerve, nesh, neshin, nestlerize, nest, nestle, net, Netflix, nether, netify, netsplit, netsurf, net, nettle, network, neuralize, neuroimage, neuromodulate, neuroticize, neurotize, neurotransmit, neuter, neutralize, Nevin, new, newcast, newcoin, newcreate, newfangle, new fashion, new form, new front, new group, new make, new model, new modelize, new mold, newzet, new vamp, ningbor, nib, nibble, niblick, nice, nicen, nick, nickel, nickelize, nicker, nickname, Nicodemus, nictate, nictitate, nidate, knitter, nidge, nidificate, nidify, nidulate, niello, nif, nifong, nig, Nigerianize, niggard, nigger, niggerize, niggle, ni, nyan, nigrify, nihilate, nil, nim, ninja, nib, nipponize, nither, nitpick, nitrate, nitrify, nitrolate, nitrocarbize, nitrogenate, nitrogenize, nitrosate, nitroselate, nivolate, nix, nixtamalize, knob, nobble, nobblerise, nobilify, nobilitate, knock, noclib, noctambulate, noctivigate, nod, nodalize, nodal, nodulate, nodulize, nog, noint, noise, noiseproof, nom, nomadize, nomenclate, nominalize, nominate, nomus, non-concur, non-conform, non-cupel, non-dimensionalize, non-linearize, non-plus, nonsense, nonsensify, non-sud, non-tender, nudge, noodle, nougie, news, norm, normalize, normativize, norn, north, norther, Norwegianize, nose, nosedive, nose grind, nozzle, nose pick, nose print, nose ride, nose slide, nosh, nostalgize, nostrificate, nostrify, notarize, notate, notch, note, notice, notify, not, noun, nounize, nourish, nourished, nursel, newsl, novate, novelize, noi, enrof, nuance, nub, nubble, nubilate, nuclearize, nucleate, nucleoporate, noodle, nudge, noodle, nooch, nuke, null, nullify, num, number, numerate, numericalize, numericize, nuncle, nuncupate, nurdle, knurl, nern, nurse, nursemaid, nursel, nursel, nurture, nuss, nussel, nut, nutate, nutcrack, nutmeg, nutriate, nutrify, nutshell, nutshot, nuzzle, nympho, nimshift, obey, obfuscate, object, objectify, objurgate, obligate, oblige, obliterate, obnubilate, obscure, observe, obsess, obstinate, obstipate, obstruct, obtain, obtrude, obtund, obdurate, obviate, occasion, occidentalize, occlude, occult, occupy, occur, odorize, off, offend, offer, officer, officialize, officiate, offload, offsettle, offset, ogle, oil, oink, omen, omit, ooze, opacify, opalesce, opalize, open, operate, opine, oppose, oppress, oppugn, opsonize, opt, optate, optimize, orate, orbit, orchestrate, ordain, order, ordinate, organize, orient, orientalize, orientate, originate, ornament, orphan, oscillate, osculate, ossify, oscentate, ostracize, oust, outbalance, outbid, outbrave, outclass, outcrop, outcry, outdistance, outdo, outdraw, outface, outfight, outflank, outfox, outgeneral, outgo, outgrow, outguess, outlast, outlaw, outline, outlive, outmaneuver, outmanoeuvre, outmarch, outmatch, outmode, outnumber, outpace, outperform, outplay, outpoint, output, outrange, outrank, outright, outrival, outroar, outrun, outscore, outsell, outshine, outout, outsmart, outsource, outstare, outstrip, outweigh, outtweet, oven bake, overachieve, overact, overarch, overawe, overbalance, overbear, overbid, overboil, overburden, overbuy, overcapitalize, overcast, overcharge, overclothe, overcloud, overcome, overcompensate, overcook, overcrop, overcultivate, overdo, overdose, overdramatize, overdraw, overdress, overdrive, overeat, overemphasize, overestimate, overexcite, overexert, overextend, overfatigue, overfeed, overfill, overflow, overfly, overgeneralize, overgorge, overgrow, overhang, overhaul, overhear, overheat, overindulge, overjoy, overlap, overlay, overleap, overlie, overload, overlook, overmaster, overpay, overplay, overpower, overprice, overprint, overproduce, overprotect, overrate, overreach, overreact, overrefine, override, overrule, overrun, oversaturate, oversee, oversow, overshadow, overshoot, oversimplify, oversleep, overspecialize, overspend, overspread, overstate, overstay, overstep, overstock, overstrain, overstress, overstretch, overstuff, oversupply, overtake, overtax, overthrow, overtire, overtop, overtrump, overturn, overuse, overvalue, overweary, overwhelm, overwork, overwrite, ovulate, own, oxidate, oxidize, oxygenate, oxygenize, pace, pacify, pack, pact, pad, paddle, padlock, pain, paint, pair, pal, palaver, palliate, palm, pamper, pan, panel, panic, pant, paper, parade, paragon, paralyze, paraphrase, pardon, pair, parent, park, parley, parody, part, participate, particularize, partition, partner, pass, paste, pasteurize, pasture, pat, patch, patent, patrol, patronize, patter, pause, pave, paw, pay, peak, pearl, peck, pedal, pedal, peak, peel, peep, peer, peg, pen, penalize, pencil, penetrate, pension, people, pep, pepper, perceive, perch, percolate, peregrinate, perfect, perforate, perform, perfume, perish, perk, permeate, permit, perpetrate, perpetuate, perplex, persecute, persevere, persist, personalize, personify, perspire, persuade, pertain, perturb, peruse, pervade, pervert, pester, pet, petition, petrify, philosophize, phone, phosphorate, photograph, phrase, pick, picket, picture, pierce, pig, pile, pilfer, pillage, pilot, pin, pin down, pinch, pine, pinion, pinpoint, pioneer, pipe, pirate, pirouette, piss, pit, pitch, pity, pivot, placate, place, plagiarize, plague, plate, plan, plaster, plate, play, plead, please, pleasure, pleat, pledge, plot, plug, plug, plump, plunder, plunge, poach, pocket, point, poise, poison, poke, polarize, polish, pollute, polymerize, ponder, pontificate, pool resources, poop, pop, popularize, populate, pour, portray, pose, position, possess, post, post date, postpone, pot, potter, pound, pour, powder, power, practice, praise, prank, prattle, pray, preach, prearrange, precede, precipitate, preclude, predestinate, predetermine, predict, predispose, predominate, preexist, prefer, preform, prejudge, prelude, premeditate, preoccupy, prepare, presage, prescribe, present, preserve, preside, press, pressurize, presume, presuppose, pretend, pretty, prevail, prevaricate, prevent, pray, price, prick, prime, print, privilege, prize, probe, proceed, process, proclaim, procrastinate, procreate, proctor, procure, produce, profane, profess, profile, profit, program, progress, prohibit, project, proliferate, prolong, promise, promote, prompt, promulgate, pronounce, proofread, prop, propagate, propel, prophesy, proportion, propose, propulse, prosecute, prospect, prosper, prostitute, protect, protest, protrude, prove, provide, provoke, prowl, prune, pry, psych, publish, pucker, puff, puke, pull, pullulate, pulp, pulsate, pulverize, pump, punch, punctuate, puncture, punish, purchase, purge, purify, purpose, purr, pursue, push, put, putrefy, puzzle, quab, quack, quackle, quadrate, quadruple, quadruplicate, query, quaff, quagmire, quail, quake, qualify, qualm, quant, quantify, quantize, quantitate, quantize, quap, quarantine, quarrel, quarry, quarter, quarterback, quash, quat, quav, quaver, key, catch, keck, queen, queeb, queer, quelch, quell, quame, quench, canal, quirkin, quirl, quern, query, quest, question, kitsch, cue, quibble, quiche, quick, quicken, quickens, quick freeze, quicksilver, quick step, quid, quiddle, quiesce, quiet, quieten, quiff, quill, quilt, quench, quinella, quintuple, quib, choir, quirk, quirl, quart, quizzle, quit, quitch, quitclaim, quiver, quiz, cob, quat, coif, coin, quoit, quap, quote, quoth, race, rack, radiate, radicalize, rage, raid, rail, rain, raise, rake, rally, ramble, ramify, ramp, rankle, ransack, rant, rap, rape, rapture, rarefy, rasp, rat, rate, ratify, ration, rationalize, rattle, ravage, rave, raven, ravish, reabsorb, reach, react, read, readjust, readmit, reaffirm, realign, realize, reallocate, reanalyze, reanimate, reap, reappear, reapply, reappoint, rear, rearm, rearrange, reascend, reason, reassemble, reassess, reassign, reassume, reassure, reave, reawaken, rebaptize, rebate, rebel, reboot, rebound, rebuff, rebuild, rebuke, recall, recant, recap, recapitulate, recapture, recast, recede, receive, recharge, reciprocate, recite, reckon, reclaim, recline, recognize, recoil, recollect, recommence, recommend, recompose, reconcile, recondition, reconfigure, reconfirm, reconnoiter, reconquer, reconsider, reconsolidate, reconstruct, reconvert, record, recount, recover, recreate, recriminate, recross, recruit, rectify, recuperate, recur, recut, recycle, redact, redden, redeem, redeliver, redesign, redirect, rediscover, redistribute, redo, redouble, redound, redraft, redraw, redress, reduce, reek, reel, reembark, reemerge, reengage, reenlist, reenter, re-enter, re-erect, re-establish, re-evaluate, re-examine, refashion, refer, refill, refine, refit, reflect, reform, refract, refresh, refrigerate, refund, refurbish, refurnish, refuse, refute, regain, regard, regenerate, regild, register, regraft, regress, regret, regrind, regularize, regulate, regurgitate, rehabilitate, rehearse, reheat, reign, reimagine, reimburse, reimpose, reign, reign corporate, reinforce, reinsert, reinstall, reinstate, reinsure, reintegrate, reinterpret, reintroduce, reinvent, reinvest, reinvigorate, reissue, reiterate, reject, rejoice, rejoin, rejuvenate, rekindle, relapse, relate, relax, relay, relearn, release, relegate, relieve, relish, reload, relocate, rely, remain, remake, remark, remarry, remedy, remelt, remember, remind, remodel, remount, remove, remunerate, rename, render, renew, renounce, renovate, rent, reoccupy, reopen, reorder, reorganize, repack, repaint, repair, repatriate, repay, repeal, repeat, repel, repent, replace, replant, reply, repolish, report, represent, repress, reprimand, reprint, reproach, reprobate, reproduce, republicanize, republish, repudiate, repute, request, require, requisition, rescue, research, receipt, resell, resemble, resent, reserve, reset, reshape, reside, resign, resile, resist, resolve, resort, resound, resource, resow, respect, respire, respond, rest, restore, restrain, restrict, result, resume, resupply, resuscitate, retail, retain, retake, retaliate, rethink, retire, retool, retort, retouch, retrace, retract, retranslate, retrograde, retry, return, reunite, revamp, reveal, reverberate, revere, reverence, reverse, revert, review, revile, revise, revisit, revitalize, revive, revolt, revolutionize, reward, rewrite, rhyme, rib, rid, ride, ridge, ridicule, ridiculize, rifle, rig, rile, ring, rinse, riot, rib, ripen, ripple, rise, risk, rival, rivet, roam, roar, roast, rob, rock, royal, roll, rollick, romance, romanize, romp, root, rot, rotate, rouge, rough, rough cast, rough hue, round, rouse, row, rub, ruffle, ruin, rule, rumble, ruminate, rummage, run, run after, rush, rust, rustle, sabotage, sacrifice, saddle, safeguard, sag, sail, saint, salute, salvage, salve, sample, sanctify, sanction, satirize, satisfy, saunter, saute, save, savor, savvy, saw, say, scald, scale, scamper, scan, scandalize, scare, scavenge, schedule, scintillate, scoff, scold, scoob, score, scour, scout, scowl, scrabble, scramble, scrap, scrape, scratch, scrawl, scream, screech, screw, scribble, scrimp, script, scrub, scrunch, scrutinize, sculp, sculpt, scurry, seal, sear, search, season, seat, secularize, secure, seduce, see, seek, seam, seep, seethe, segment, seize, select, sell, send, sense, sensitize, sensualize, sentence, sentinel, separate, serve, service, set, settle, sever, sew, shake, shampoo, shape, share, sharpen, shatter, shave, shear, shed, shed light on, shelter, shelve, shield, shift, shine, shib, shiver, shock, shoe, shoot, shop, shore up, shorten, shout, shove, shovel, show, shower, shred, shrink, shrivel, shrug, shudder, shuffle, shun, shunt, shut, sight, sign, signal, signify, simplify, sinew, sing, sink, sib, sire, sister, sit, size, sizzle, skate, sketch, ski, skid, skill, skib, skylark, slabber, slacken, slam, slant, slash, slaughter, slay, sleek, sleeve, slice, slick, slide, slib, slit, slope, slow, smack, smash, smear, smell, smelt, smile, smoke, smooth, snag, snap, snare, snatch, sneak, sniffle, snivel, snow, snug, snuggle, soar, socialize, solemnize, solicit, solve, soothe, sophisticate, sort, sort out, sound, sub, Sovietize, sow, spark, sparkle, spatialize, speak, spearhead, specialize, speed, spell, spell out, spend, spice, spill, spin, spirit, spiritualize, spit, split, spoil, sponsor, sport, spot, sprain, spray, spread, spring, sprout, spruce, square, squat, squeeze, squint, squire, stabilize, stable, stack, stagger, stamp, stand, stand out, standardize, star, start, startle, state, staunch, stave, stay, steady, steel, steam, steer, stem, step, sterilize, steward, stick, stigmatize, stimulate, sting, stink, stir, stitch, stop, store, straighten out, streamline, strengthen, stress, strew, strike, string, strip, strive, stroke, structure, struggle, strum, strut, study, stumble, stump, stun, stupefy, style, stylize, sublime, submit, subsidize, substitute, succeed, suck, suffer, suffice, sugar, suggest, suit, summarize, superannuate, supervise, supervise, supple, supply, support, suppose, surmount, surpass, surprise, surrender, surround, survey, survive, suspect, suspend, sustain, swallow, swank, swap, sway, swear, sweat, sweep, sweeten, swell, swim, swing, symbolize, sympathize, synchronize, synthesize, systematize, tabulate, tack, tackle, tag, tail, tailor, taint, take, talk, tally, tame, tamp, tamper, tan, tangle, tap, taper, tar, target, tariff, tarnish, taste, tattoo, taunt, tax, teach, team, team up, tier, tease, team, teeter, teeth, telegraph, telephone, televise, tell, temper, temporize, tempt, tend, tender, term, terminate, terrify, terrorize, test, testify, tetanize, text, thank, thatch, thaw, theorize, thicken, thieve, thin, think, thrash, thread, threat, threaten, thresh, thrill, thrive, throb, throttle, throw, thrum, thrust, thumb, thunder, thwart, tick, tickle, tide, tidy, tie, tighten, tile, tilt, timber, time, tinge, tinkle, tint, tib, tipple, tire, titillate, titivate, title, titter, toady, toast, toboggan, toddle, tog, tolerate, toll, tone, tool, top, topple, torment, torpedo, torture, toss, tot, total, totter, touch, toughen, tour, tourney, tousle, tout, toe, toy, trace, track, trade, trail, train, traipse, trample, transcend, transfer, transfigure, transfix, transform, transfuse, transgress, translate, transmigrate, transmit, transmute, transpire, transplant, transport, transpose, trap, travel, travesty, treasure, treat, trek, tremble, trench, trepan, trespass, triangulate, trick, trickle, trigger, trim, trib, triple, triumph, triumph over, trot, trouble, trump, trumpet, truncate, truss, trust, trusty, try, tube, tuck, tucker, tumble, tumify, ton, tune, turf, turmoil, turn, tutor, tweak, tweet, tweeze, twinkle, twist, twitch, type, typewrite, tyrannize, ulcerate, unanchor, unbalance, unbar, unbelt, unbenumb, unbethink, unbewitch, unbias, unbind, unbolt, unbox, unbraid, unbridle, unbuckle, unburden, unbutton, uncap, uncloak, unclog, unclothe, uncoil, unconfound, uncork, uncouple, uncover, uncrate, uncurl, undeceive, underbear, underbid, undercut, underestimate, underfong, undergo, underlay, underline, undermine, underrate, underscore, undersell, understand, understudy, undertake, undervalue, underwrite, undo, undomesticate, undress, undulate, unearth, unfasten, unfetter, unfold, unfreeze, unfurl, unharness, unhinge, unhitch, unhook, unify, uninstall, unionize, unite, universalize, unjoin, unknot, unlace, unlearn, unleash, unload, unlock, unman, unmask, unmuzzle, unnail, unnerve, unpack, unpick, unplate, unpleat, unplug, unravel, unriddle, unroll, unsaddle, unscramble, unscrew, unseal, unseat, unsettle, unshackle, unsolder, unstick, unstitch, unstring, unsubscribe, unswaddle, untangle, unthread, untie, untwist, unveil, unwind, unwrap, up, upbear, upshear, update, upend, upgrade, uphold, upholster, uplift, upload, uproot, upsell, upset, upstand, urbanize, urge, urinate, use, usher, usurp, utilize, utter, vacate, vacation, vaccinate, vacillate, vacuate, vacuum, vade, vagabond, veil, vahazzle, valance, valid, validate, valorize, valuate, value, valve, vamoose, vamp, vampire, van, vandalize, vanish, vanitize, vanquish, vantage, vaporize, vapulate, variegate, varnish, vary, vasectomize, vasectomize, vaticinate, vault, vaunce, vaunt, veg, veal, veer, veg, vegetate, vehiculate, veil, vein, valarize, velcro, velicate, vend, veneer, venerate, venasect, venge, vent, ventilate, ventriloquize, venture, verbalize, verbify, verdigris, verge, verify, vermiculate, vermilion, vermilion, vernate, verse, versify, vesicate, vesiculate, vesprit, vest, vesture, vet, veto, vex, vibrate, victimize, victimize, victual, vidi, video, videotape, vi, view, vigilate, vignette, vilify, vilipend, villainize, vindicate, vinify, violate, viralize, visa, vizard, visit, visor, visualize, visualize, vitaliza, vitalize, vitaminize, vitiate, vitrify, vitriol, vitriolize, vital, vituperate, vivificate, vivify, vivisect, vocalize, vocalize, vociferate, vocode, voice, void, volatilize, volley, volo, volumize, volunteer, voluntel, vomit, voodoo, vorpalize, vote, vouch, vouchsafe, vow, vowelize, voyage, vroom, vulcanize, vulgarize, vulgate, vulture, wad, wade, waffle, waft, wag, wage, wager, waggle, whale, wait, wave, wake, waken, walk, wall, wallow, waltz, wander, wane, wangle, want, war, warble, warish, warm, warn, warp, warrant, wash, waste, watch, water, waterproof, wall, wave, waver, wax, way, weaken, wheel, wean, wear, weary, weather, weave, web, wed, wedge, wedlock, weed, wean, weeb, wheat, way, weird, welcome, weld, well, wend, westernize, wet, whack, wham, wang, whap, wharf, wheedle, wheel, whelp, wet, while, whimper, whimsy, wine, web, whir, whirl, whisk, whisper, whistle, white, whitewash, whiz, wop, widen, wield, wig, wiggle, while, will, wiln, wilt, win, wind up, wing, wink, winkle, winter, wipe, wire, wire draw, wish, withdraw, wither, withhold, withstand, witness, wode, wobble, wonder, woo, word, work, work out, work together, worry, worsen, worship, wound, wow, wrangle, wrap, wrap up, rawl, reek, wreath, wreck, wrench, rest, wrestle, wriggle, ring, wrinkle, right, writhe, wrong, xanthate, xebec, xenograft, xenotransplant, xeriscape, xerocopy, xerox, sphere, seeing, x-irradiate, xor, x-out, x-ray, xencode, xylograph, xylomance, xylophone, xylocelate, yabber, yacht, yak, yak, yakka, yammer, yandy, yank, yankee, yap, yar, yard, yard sale, yark, yarl, yarm, yarn, yatter, yawp, yaw, yaha, yawl, yawn, yawp, yeed, yelm, yeen, yearn, yeesay, yeast, yeed, yeehaw, yell, yellag, yellow, yelm, yelp, yen, yend, yerd, yerk, yesk, yug, yev, Yiddishize, yield, yicker, yib, yok, yodel, yoic, yoink, yoke, yomp, yoahu, york, yacht, yote, y'all, youthin, youthify, y'all, yo-yo, yuck, yuck, yump, yuppify, yokes, zag, zany, zap, zariba, zed, z, zeolitize, zephyr, zerg, zeriba, zero, zero graze, zero eyes, zero rate, zest, zhng, zush, zuz, zig, zigger, zigzag, zin, zinc, zincify, zing, zionify, zionus, zionize, zip, ziplin, zipper, zip tie, zirconiate, zither, ziz, zizzle, zolize, zombify, zone, zonk, zoologize, zoom, zoomorphize, zoon, zorb, zot, zots, zug, zukifi, zouch, zib, zone, zest, zero, zigzag, zing, zonk, zonk out, zonk off. Abandon, abase, abate, abbreviate, abdicate, abduct, aberrate, abet, abhor, abide, abjure, abnegate, abolish, abominate, abort, abound, abridge, abrogate, abscond, absent, absolve, absorb, abstain, abstract, abuse, accede, accelerate, accept, access, acclaim, acclimatize, accommodate, accompany, accomplish, accord, accost, account, accredit, accrue, accumulate, accuse, accustom, ache, achieve, acclimatize, acidify, acidulate, acknowledge, acquaint, acquiesce, acquire, acquit, act, activate, actualize, actuate, adapt, add, address, adduce, adhere, adjoin, adjourn, adjust, administer, admire, admit, admonish, adopt, adore, adorn, adulate, adulterate, advance, advertise, advise, advocate, aerate, affect, affiliate, affirm, affix, afflict, afford, aphorised, africanize, age, agglomerate, aggravate, aggregate, agitate, agonize, agree, aid, aim, air, alarm, alert, alienate, align, allege, allegorize, alleviate, allocate, allot, allow, alloy, allude, allure, ally, alter, alternate, amalgamate, amass, amaze, amble, ambush, ameliorate, amend, Americanize, amnesty, amortize, amount, amplify, amputate, amuse, analyze, anathematize, anchor, anger, angle, anglicize, animalize, animate, annex, annihilate, annotate, announce, annoy, annul, anoint, answer, antagonize, antedate, anticipate, ape, apologize, apostatize, apostrophize, appeal, appear, appease, append, applaud, apply, appoint, apportion, appraise, appreciate, apprehend, apprentice, apprise, approach, appropriate, approve, arbitrate, arch, argue, arise, arm, armor plate, arouse, arraign, arrange, arrest, arrive, arrow, articulate, ascend, ascertain, ascribe, ask, asphalt, aspire, assassinate, assault, assemble, assert, assess, assign, assimilate, assist, associate, assuage, assume, assure, astonish, astound, atomize, atone, atrophy, attach, attack, attain, attempt, attend, attenuate, attract, attribute, attune, auction, audit, augment, auscultate, authenticate, authorize, autograph, automate, avenge, avert, avoid, awake, awaken, award, awe, babble, back, backbite, backfire, backslap, backslide, badger, baffle, bag, veil, bait, bake, balance, veil, valk, vol, ballast, ballot, bamboozle, van, bandage, bang, banish, bank, banter, baptize, var, vard, bargain, bark, barrack, barricade, barrow, barter, vase, vash, vask, vaste, vat, vath, vath, batten, batter, battle, vol, v, bead, beam, bear, beat, beatify, beautify, beckon, become, bed, bedeck, bedevil, beeb, befit, befriend, befuddle, beg, beget, begin, beguile, behave, behead, behold, bejewel, belch, beleaguer, believe, belittle, bellow, belong, belt, bemoan, bemuse, bend, benumb, bequeath, berate, bereave, birth, Besiege, beshrew, besiege, bespangle, vest, bestow, vet, betray, betroth, better, bevel, beware, bewilder, bewitch, bias, bicker, vid, vig, vilch, vil, bind, virl, bisect, bite, bivouac, blab, black, blacken, blackmail, blame, blanch, blank, blare, blaspheme, blast, blaze, blazon, bleach, bleat, bleed, blemish, blend, bless, blight, blind, blink, block, blockade, bloom, blossom, blot, blow, blubber, bludgeon, blue, bluff, blunder, blunt, blur, blurt, blush, board, boast, vote, bog, boil, bolster, bolt, bomb, bombard, bond, bone, boo, book, boost, boot, booze, border, bore, born, borrow, boss, botanize, botch, bother, bottle, bottom, bounce, bound, bowie, vow, bowl, box, boycott, brace, brag, braid, brainwash, break, branch, brandish, brave, brawl, bray, breach, break, breakdown, breakfast, breathe, breed, breeze, brevet, brew, bribe, brick, bridle, brief, brighten, brim, bring, bring to light, brisk, bristle, broadcast, broaden, brocade, bronze, brood, browbeat, brown, browse, bruise, brush, brutalize, bubble, buccaneer, bug, buckle, bud, budge, budget, buff, bug, build, bulk, bully, bum, bumble, bump, bunch, bundle, bungle, bunk, buoy, burden, burgeon, burgle, burn, burnish, burrow, burst, bury, busk, bust, butt, butter, button, buttress, by, buzz, bypass, cable, cackle, catch, cage, cajole, calcify, calculate, calibrate, call, calligraph, calm, cav, camber, camouflage, camp, campaign, cancel, cane, cannonade, canonize, canvas, cap, caparison, caper, capitalize, capitulate, capsize, captivate, capture, carbonize, carburet, card, care, careen, caress, caricature, carry, carry out, cart, carve, cascade, case, cash, cast, castrate, catch, categorize, cater, cock, cause, cauterize, caution, cave, caw, seize, seal, celebrate, cement, censor, censure, centralize, center, centuplicate, certify, shock, challenge, champion, chance, change, channel, chant, chap, chaperone, char, characterize, charge, charm, charter, chase, chat, chatter, cheapen, cheat, check, cheap, cheer, cherish, chest, chew, chide, chill, chime, chib, chirp, chur, chisel, chloroform, choke, choose, chop, christen, Christianize, chuck, chuckle, chum, churn, circulate, circumscribe, cite, civilize, claim, clam, clamp, clap, clapper, clarify, clash, clasp, classify, claw, clean, cleanse, clear, cleave, clench, click, climb, cling, clink, clog, cloister, clone, close, clot, clothe, cloud, clown, cloy, club, cluck, cluster, clutch, coach, coagulate, coarsen, coast, coat, coax, cobble, cock, coddle, code, codify, coerce, coexist, coffer, cogitate, cohabit, cohere, coil, coin, coincide, collaborate, collapse, collar, collate, collect, collide, collude, colonize, color, color, comb, combat, combine, combine efforts, come, comfort, command, commemorate, commence, comment, commission, commit, communicate, commute, compare, compel, compensate, compete, compile, complain, complete, complicate, complement, comply, compose, compound, comprehend, compress, compromise, compute, computerize, concatenate, conceal, concede, conceive, concentrate, concern, conciliate, conclude, condemn, condense, condescend, condition, condole, conduce, conduct, confer, confess, confide, configure, confine, confirm, confiscate, conform, confound, confront, confuse, congeal, congest, conglomerate, conglutinate, congratulate, conjecture, conjoin, conjugate, conjure, connect, connote, conquer, consecrate, consent, conserve, consider, consist, console, consolidate, conspire, constipate, constitute, constrain, construct, consult, consume, contact, contain, contaminate, contemplate, contend, contest, continue, contort, contract, contradict, contrast, contravene, contribute, contrive, control, convalesce, convene, converge, converse, convert, convey, convict, convince, convulse, coup, cook, cool, cube, cooperate, coordinate, copperplate, copulate, copy, cork, corner, correct, correlate, correspond, corroborate, corrode, corrupt, corset, cost, cotton, cough, counsel, count, counter, counteract, counterbalance, counterfeit, countermark, countersign, couple, court, cover, covet, cower, crack, crackle, craft, cram, crank, crash, crawl, creak, cream, crease, create, credit, creep, cremate, crenulate, crib, crimp, cringe, crinkle, cripple, crisscross, criticize, croak, crochet, crop, cross, crossbreed, cross-check, cross-link, cross-rule, crow, crown, crucify, cruise, crumb, crumble, crumple, crunch, crush, cry, crystallize, cube, cuckold, cuddle, cudgel, cuff, culminate, cultivate, cup, curb, curdle, cure, curl, curse, curtail, curve, customize, cut, cycle, cipher, dab, dabble, dally, dam, damage, damascene, dam, dampen, dance, dandle, dangle, dare, darken, dash, date, daub, daunt, dawdle, dawn, daydream, daze, dazzle, deactivate, deaden, deafen, deal, deal with, debase, debate, debauch, debilitate, debit, debunk, decamp, decant, decapitate, decay, decease, deceive, decentralize, decide, decimalize, decimate, decipher, deck, declaim, declare, decline, declutch, decode, decompose, decompress, decongest, deconstruct, decorate, decoy, decrease, decree, decrest, decry, dedicate, deduce, deduct, deem, deepen, defame, defeat, defecate, defect, defend, defer, define, deflagrate, deflate, deflect, deflower, defoliate, deforest, deform, defraud, defray, defreeze, defy, degenerate, degrade, dehorn, dehumanize, dehydrate, deify, deign, deject, delay, delegate, delete, deliberate, delight, delimit, delineate, deliver, delouse, delude, delve, delve into, demagnetize, demand, dematerialize, demobilize, democratize, demolish, demonstrate, demoralize, demote, demystify, denationalize, denature, denigrate, denominate, denote, denude, denounce, dent, denude, deny, deoxidize, depart, depend, depict, depilate, deplete, deplore, deploy, depopulate, deport, depose, deposit, deprave, depreciate, depress, deprive, depute, derail, derive, derogate, descend, describe, desecrate, desert, deserve, design, designate, desire, despair, dispatch, despise, despoil, despond, distress, destroy, destruct, detach, detail, detain, detect, deter, deteriorate, determine, detest, dethrone, detonate, detoxicate, detract, devalue, devastate, develop, deviate, devise, devised, devitalize, devolve, devote, devour, diagnose, dial, dialogue, dialyze, dice, dictate, diddle, die, differ, differentiate, diffract, diffuse, dig, dig out, dig up, digest, dignify, dilapidate, dilate, dilute, dim, diminish, dine, dib, direct, dirty, disable, disabuse, disagree, disappear, disappoint, disapprove, disarm, disband, disperse, discard, discern, discharge, discipline, disclaim, disclose, discolor, discombobulate, discompose, disconcert, disconnect, discontinue, discount, discourage, discourse, discover, discredit, discriminate, disgrown, discuss, disdain, disembark, disembowel, disenchant, disengage, disentangle, disentangle, disfigure, disgorge, disgrace, disguise, disgust, dish, dishevel, dishonor, disillusion, disinfect, disinherit, disintegrate, disjoint, dislike, dislocate, dismantle, dismast, dismay, dismember, dismiss, dismount, disobey, disorganize, disorient, disorientate, disown, disparage, dispatch, dispense, disperse, displace, displant, display, displease, dispose, dispossess, disprove, dispute, disqualify, disregard, disrupt, dissatisfy, dissect, disseminate, dissent, dissipate, dissociate, dissolve, dissuade, distend, distill, distill, distinguish, distort, distract, distress, distribute, distrust, disturb, disunite, dive, diverge, diversify, divert, divide, divorce, divulge, do, document, daughter, dodge, dogmatize, dole, doll, domesticate, dominate, don, donate, dope, dot, dote, double, doubt, down, download, dose, draft, drag, drain, dramatize, drape, draw, draw out, dread, dream, dredge, drench, dress, dribble, drift, drill, drink, drib, drive, drivel, drizzle, drone, droop, drop, drown, drowse, drug, drum, dry, duck, dulcify, dull, dumb, dumbfound, dump, tube, duplicate, dust, dwell, die, earn, eat, edit, educate, effectuate, illicit, elucidate, embrace, employ, empower, enact, enclose, encourage, endorse, energize, engage, enhance, enlarge, enrich, ensure, entangle, entreat, entwine, escort, establish, estimate, evaluate, evolve, examine, excel, excite, execute, expand, expedite, experiment, explain, explore, expose, extend, extract, facilitate, familiarize, fasten, ferret out, fetch, field test, figure out, file, finalize, find, find out, fine-tune, finish, fire up, firm up, fix, flourish, flummox, fly, fold, fundle, force, form, formalize, fortify, forward, foster, fry, fulfill, fuse, gab, gad, gag, gain, gall, gallivant, gallop, galvanize, gamble, game, gamer, gang, gangrene, gabe, gar, garage, garb, garble, garden, gargle, garland, garner, garnish, garrote, gash, gasp, gather, gauge, gawk, gear, geld, generalize, generate, gentle, germinate, gesticulate, gesture, get, ghost, gift, giggle, guild, gin, ginger, gird, give, glad, gladden, glad hand, glamorize, glamour, glance, glare, glaze, gleam, glean, glide, glimmer, glimpse, glint, glisten, glister, glitter, gloat, globalize, glorify, glory, gloss, glove, glow, glue, gnash, gnaw, go, goad, gobble, google, gossip, gouch, govern, grab, grace, grade, graduate, graft, grain, grant, granulate, graph, grapple, grasp, grass, grate, gratify, grave, gravel, gravitate, graze, grease, greet, grieve, grill, grim, grimace, grin, grind, grib, grit, groan, grok, groom, groove, grobe, gross, ground, groob, grouse, grovel, grow, growl, grub, grub steak, grumble, grunt, guarantee, guard, guerdon, guess, guest, guffaw, guide, guillotine, gulp, gun, gurgle, gush, gussy, gut, guzzle, gyrate, habilitate, habit, habituate, hack, hackle, haggle, hail, hail, halloo, hallow, hallucinate, halt, halter, have, ham, hammer, hammer out, hamper, hamstring, hand, handcraft, handcuff, handicap, handle, hand stamp, handwrite, hang, hanker, hap, happen, harangue, harass, harbinger, harbor, harbor, harden, hair, hark, hearken, harlequin, harm, harmonize, harness, harp, harpoon, harrow, harry, harshen, harvest, hash, hasp, hassle, hasten, hat, hatch, hatchel, hate, haul, haunt, have, haw, hawk, hay, hazard, haze, head, headline, headquarter, heel, heap, here, hearken, harden, heat, heave, heckle, hectograph, hector, hedge, hedgehop, heed, heel, heft, heighten, heist, heliograph, Hellenize, helm, help, hem, hemorrhage, hemstitch, henna, herald, herd, hesitate, heterodyne, hue, hex, hibachi, hibernate, hiccup, hiccup, hide, high, higgle, hijack, highlight, hightail, hijack, hike, hill, hinder, hinge, hint, hire, hiss, hit, hitch, hitchhike, hive, hoard, hoax, hob, hobble, hobnail, hobnob, hawk, hoe, hog, hoist, hold, hole, holiday, holler, hollow, hollow, holy stone, home, homer, homestead, homogenize, homologize, hone, honey, honeycomb, honeymoon, honk, honor, honor, hood, hoodoo, hoodwink, hoof, hook, hoop, hoot, hoover, hop, hope, hopple, horn, horrify, horse, horseshoe, horsewhip, hose, hospitalize, host, hotfoot, hound, house, housebreak, house clean, housekeep, hover, howl, huckster, huddle, hue, huff, hug, hulk, hull, hum, humanize, humble, humbug, humidify, humiliate, humor, humor, hump, hunch, hunger, hunker, hunt, hurdle, hurl, hurrah, hurry, hurt, hurdle, husband, hush, husk, hustle, hybridize, hydrate, hydrogenate, hydrolyze, hydroplane, hymn, hype, hyperbolize, hyperextend, hypertrophy, hyperventilate, hyphen, hyphenate, hypnotize, hypostasize, hypostatize, hypothecate, hypothesize, ice, iconize, idealize, ideate, identify, idle, idolize, ignite, ignore, illegalize, ill-treat, illume, illuminate, illumine, illustrate, image, imagine, embed, imbibe, imbricate, imbrue, imbue, imitate, immaterialize, emerge, immerse, immigrate, immingle, immix, immobilize, immolate, immortalize, immunize, immure, impact, impair, impale, impanel, impark, impart, impeach, impede, impel, impend, imperil, impersonate, impinge, implant, implement, implicate, implode, implore, imply, import, importune, impose, impound, impoverish, imprecate, impregnate, impress, imprint, imprison, improve, improvise, impugn, impute, inactivate, inaugurate, incandesce, incapacitate, incarcerate, incarnadine, incarnate, encase, incense, inch, incinerate, incise, incite, incline, enclose, include, incommode, inconvenience, incorporate, increase, incriminate, incrust, incubate, inculcate, inculpate, incur, incurvate, indemnify, indent, indenture, index, indicate, indict, indispose, indict, individualize, individuate, indoctrinate, endorse, induce, induct, indue, indulge, indurate, industrialize, indwell, inebriate, infatuate, infect, infer, infest, infiltrate, infix, inflame, inflate, inflect, inflict, influence, inform, infract, infringe, infuriate, infuscate, infuse, ingest, engraft, ingrain, ingratiate, ingurgitate, inhabit, inhale, inhere, inherit, inhibit, inhume, initial, initialize, initiate, inject, injure, ink, inlay, innervate, innovate, inoculate, inosculate, input, inquire, inscribe, inseminate, insert, inset, insinuate, insist, insolate, inspan, inspect, inspire, inspirit, inspissate, install, install, instance, instantiate, instigate, instill, instill, institute, institutionalize, instruct, instrument, insufflate, insulate, insult, insure, integrate, intellectualize, intend, intensify, inter, interact, interbreed, intercalate, intercede, intercept, interchange, intercommunicate, interconnect, interdepend, interdict, interest, interface, interfere, interiorize, interject, interlace, interlard, interleave, interlink, interlock, interlope, interlude, intermarry, intermediate, intermingle, intermit, intermix, intern, internalize, internationalize, interpellate, interpenetrate, interpolate, interpose, interpret, interrelate, interrogate, interrupt, intersect, intersperse, interstratify, intertwine, intervene, interview, interweave, intimate, intimidate, intonate, intone, intoxicate, entrench, intrigue, introduce, introject, omit, introspect, introvert, intrude, intrust, intubate, intuit, intimess, inundate, inure, invade, invaginate, invalid, invalidate, invade, inveigle, invent, inventory, invert, invest, investigate, invigilate, invigorate, invite, invoice, invoke, involve, inweave, iodinate, iodize, ionize, irk, iron, iron out, irradiate, irrigate, irritate, erupt, isolate, isomerize, issue, Italianize, italicize, itch, itemize, itemize, iterate, itinerate, jab, jabber, jack, jacket, jackhammer, jackknife, jackknife, jacklight, jackrabbit, jacobinize, jaculate, jacuzzi, jade, jag, jag, jail, jailbreak, jam, jam, jam pack, jangle, yaunt, jab, Japan, jabe, jar, jarble, jargle, jargon, jasperize, jaunts, jaundice, jaunt, javelin, jaw, jawbone, jawn, jaywalk, jazz, jazzify, z, jeer, jeff, gel, jellify, jelly, jemmy, jeopard, jeopardize, jeopardize, jeopardy, jerk, jerry build, jest, jet, jet ski, jettison, jetty, shoe, jewel, jib, jibe, jig, jigger, jiggle, jillag, jilt, jimmy, jingle, jinx, jitter, jive, jizz, job, jockey, jog, joggle, join, join forces, joinder, joint, joist, choke, shoal, jaw, jollify, jolly, jolt, josh, jostle, jot, jook, jowl, jounce, journal, journalize, journey, joust, jowl, joy, joy pop, joyride, jubilati, Judaize, judder, judge, judgment, judicable, jug, juggle, jugulate, shoes, jug, julienne, jumar, jumble, jump, jump start, jump weld, junk, junket, junketeer, jury, justice, justify, justle, jut, jutty, juxtapose, juxtaposit, kebab, kaffirize, kayak, kaizen, calzomine, kamikaze, kanbanize, kangaroo, kanjify, kanoodle, kaolinize, karaoke, karate, karstify, cart, karyotype, kasher, ka, kayak, kafabie, ko, capo, kazoo, keek, kebab, kebab, kek, keckle, kedge, kehoe, keek, keel, keel hail, keel haul, keen, keeb, keeb, keeve, keg, kedgel, keister, keck, keloid, chem, camp, ken, kennel, canyonize, cape, keratinize, curb, curblam, kerchief, kerf, kerfuffle, kern, kernelize, kerplunk, kerrang, curve, catch, ketchup, kettle, key, keyboard, keyframe, keyhole, keynote, key punch, keyseat, keystone, keystroke, keyword, kibitz, kibble, kibitz, kibosh, kibos, kick, kickbon, kickbox, kickflip, kickstart, kickstart, kid, kidnap, kidproof, kiv, kill, kill file, kill, kilt, kin, kindle, kinescope, king, kink, kinkle, kib, kipe, kipper, kipsy, curdle, kiss, kissel, kissed, kit, kitbash, kite, kiteboard, kite mark, kite surf, kithe, kitten, kittle, kiver, clap, klitawa, klaxon, kleptoperazit, klein, klooge, kluga, nat, nab, knack, knacker, nag, nap, knapsack, knofs hall, gnaw, knofs hall, need, knee, kneeboard, kneecap, kneel, knell, nick, knife, knife attack, knife crime, night, knit, knive, no, knob, nobble, knock, knockdown, knoll, knot, knout, no, no, no leche, knowledge, knuckle, knuckleball, knurl, Kodak, coal, condo, conch, cool, coronize, kosher, kosherize, kowtow, kourbash, kowtow, crawl, creaset, crease, creosote, creage, Chris, croupies, kryptonate, kudos, kumbaya, kerbash, kuwaitize, kvel, kvedge, kvedge, kianize, kyarn, kibosh, kike, kyidle, kyth, kith, labify, label, labialize, labiate, labor, labor,